The Wreck on Loch McGarry by Arthur Conan Doyle. Read for LibriVox.org by Mark Smith of Simpsonville, South Carolina. If you should search all Scotland round, the mainland, Skerries, and the islands, a grimmer spot could not be found than Loch McGarry in the Highlands. Pent in by frowning mountains high, it stretches silent as the tomb. Turbid and thick its waters lie, no eye can pierce their yellow gloom. 'Twas here that on a summer day 4 tourists hired a crazy wherry. No warning voices bade them stay as they pushed out on Loch McGarry. McFarlane, chairman of the board, a grim, hard-fisted son of lucre. His thoughts were ever on his hoard, and life a money game, like euchre. Bob Ainslie, late of London town, a spruce young butterfly of fashion. A wrinkle in his dressing gown would rouse an apoplectic passion. John Waters, John, the self-absorbed, with thoughts forever inward bent, complacent, self-contained, self-orbed, wrapped in eternal self-content. Lastly, coquettish Mrs. Wild, chattering, rowdy, empty-headed. At sight of her the whole world smiled, except the wretch whom she had wedded. Such were the 4 who sailed that day to the Highlands, each a stranger. Sunlit and calm the wide loch lay, with not a hint of coming danger. Drifting they watched the heather hue, the waters and the cliffs that bound them. The air was still. The sky was blue. Deceitful peace lay all around them. McFarlane pondered on the stocks, John Waters on his own perfection. Bob Ainslie's thoughts were on his socks, and Mrs. Wild's on her complexion. When sudden, oh, that dreadful scream! That cry from panic fear begotten! The boat is gaping in each seam, the worn-out planks are old and rotten. With 2 small oars they work and strain, a long mile from the nearer shore. They cease, their efforts are in vain. She's sinking fast, and all is o'er. The yellow water, thick as pap, is crawling, crawling to the thwarts. As they mark its upward lap, so fear goes crawling up their hearts. Slowly, slowly, thick as pap, the creeping yellow waters rise. Like drowning mice within a trap, they stare around with frantic eyes. Ah, how clearly they could see every sin and shame and error! How they vowed that saints they'd be if delivered from this terror! How they squirmed, and how they squealed, how they shouted for assistance! How they fruitlessly appealed to the shepherds in the distance! How they sobbed and how they moaned as the waters kept encroaching! How they wept and stormed and groaned as they saw their fate approaching! And they vowed each good resolve should be permanent as granite, never, never to dissolve, firm and lasting like our planet. See them sit, aghast and shrinking. Surely it could not be true. Oh, have mercy! Oh, we're sinking! Oh, good Lord, what shall we do? Ah, it's coming! Now she founders! See the crazy wherry reel! Downward to the rocks she flounders, just 1 foot beneath her keel. In the shallow, turbid water lay the saving reef below. Oh, the waste of high emotion! Oh, the useless fear and woe! Late that day 4 sopping tourists to their quarters made their way, and the brushes of futurists scarce could paint their disarray, and with half amused compassion they were viewed from the hotel, from the pulp-clad beau of fashion to the saturated belle. But a change was in their features, and that change has come to tarry, for they all are altered creatures since the wreck of Loch McGarry. Now McFarlane never utters any talk of bills or bullion, but continually mutters texts from Cyril or Tertullian. As to Ainslie, he's not caring how the new-cut collar lies, and has been detected wearing dinner jackets with white ties. Waters, who had never thought in his life of others' needs, has most generously bought a nursing home for invalids. And the lady, ah, the lady! She has turned from paths of sin, and her husband's face so shady now is brightened by a grin. So misfortunes of today are the blessings of tomorrow, and the wisest cannot say what is joy and what is sorrow. If your soul is arable, you can start this seed within it, and my tiny parable may just help you to begin it. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.